You shipped a RAG prototype, it nailed the demo questions, everyone clapped. Then real users showed up. Recall fell off a cliff, exact match queries missed, paraphrased questions pulled the wrong page, and the chunks that did match were missing the context the model needed to actually answer. Here's the root disease behind almost every RAG failure. The moment you cut a chunk out of its document, it loses its context. Picture a chunk that just says, the company's revenue grew 3% over the previous quarter. Which company? Which quarter? On its own, it's meaningless. So it embeds into a generic small growth region of space, far from a real query like Acme Q2 2024 revenue. Anthropic's fix has a name now, Contextual Retrieval, and it's the biggest single upgrade of the last 2 years. Before embedding, you prepend a short summary that situates the chunk in its document. Now it reads, this is from a filing on Acme's Q2 2024 performance, previous revenue 314 million. Their revenue grew 3%. Embed that. Suddenly the chunk lives in the right neighborhood and keyword search picks up the company name for free. The obvious worry, an LLM call for every chunk in every document? That sounds ruinously expensive. The trick is prompt caching. You cache the whole document once as a fixed prefix and only the chunk varies between calls. Anthropic measured the cost at roughly $1 per million document tokens on a small model. One time, cheap? And the numbers are stunning. Naive embeddings failed about 5.7% of the time. Contextual retrieval cut failures by 49%. Add a re-ranker on top and failures drop by 67%. For a single technique, that's enormous. But contextual retrieval only fixes the chunk side. There's a matching trick for the query side, and they stack. Questions and answers don't embed near each other. What's the refund window doesn't look like customers may return within 30 days. Zero shared words. So you use HyDE. Ask a cheap model to hallucinate an answer to the query, then embed that hallucination and retrieve with it. It doesn't need to be factually right. It just needs to be answer-shaped, so it lands near the real answer. Clever, almost cheeky. Then there's the merge problem. You've got to rank lists, dense and keyword on totally different score scales. Reciprocal Rank Fusion solves it elegantly. It ignores the raw scores and looks only at rank position, so nothing needs calibrating. Documents ranking high in either list bubble up. Documents high in both dominate. One formula, k equals 60, done. One last tension, small chunks retrieve precisely. Big chunks generate well because the model has room to think. Parent document retrieval refuses to choose. Match on the small chunk, then swap it for its larger parent before answering. Precision and context, both. And don't forget the cheapest win of all. Metadata filtering. Tag every chunk with its team, its date, its source, then filter to the right 5% before you ever score similarity. But one hard rule if you serve multiple customers. A tenant ID filter is not security. One bug in that filter and you leak across tenants. Use separate indexes per tenant so the database enforces the boundary, not your code. Most teams ship the dense-only path and stop. Every stage here earns its keep. Add contextual retrieval first. It's the one that moves the needle.